我们走进屋内。
Walking into this house, we see that it is very simple, with the only appliances being a TV and refrigerator. And there's almost nothing in the refrigerator because local residents only cook what they need with no leftovers.
因为当地居民吃多少煮多少，并不存放食物。
nếu mà thức ăn thừa thì I will put the leftover food in the refrigerator. For example, when you have more food over the New Year, but on normal days, we simply cook what we eat.
Đủ nấu để đủ ăn thôi.
This 24-year-old young mother holds her son in one hand, does housework with the other hand.
There are various residents who are farmers. If they have enough land, they can grow vegetables to be self-sufficient.
Đất nhiều ấy, thì trồng thì cũng vẫn được.
在乡下的部分呢。
In the countryside, they all have their own small garden to grow some vegetables.
一个庭院，自己种一些蔬食。
Every meal is basically a meat dish like chicken or egg and some vegetables or a soup.
Rice is served with 2 dishes, which is lunch and dinner for a traditional Vietnamese family. Most Vietnamese residents have not forgotten the hardships of life during wartime and have maintained a simple diet to this day.
在战乱时期的时候，
During the war years, the Vietnamese didn't have anything to eat. The locals are indeed more economical with their diet for many years. They have developed this habit under such conditions.
这个状况之下，他们所养成的一个习惯。
They eat lighter and less likely to have hypertension, hypoglycemia, and high cholesterol.
Most Vietnamese are not overweight, and for the population over the age of 50, rarely do they suffer from the 3 hyper diseases.
In Taiwan, a banquet usually has 10 dishes, and even in the south, there are a dozen dishes. In Vietnam, it is standard to have 6 dishes. Every time we invite Vietnamese to a banquet in Taiwan, they think it is too wasteful.
According to a survey, Vietnam has one of the lowest obesity rates in the world. There are almost no signs of the top 3 hyper diseases related to obesity amongst local adults and children. There are more than 400 students in this remote school, which provides lunch and dinner for students. We walk into the kitchen of the school and find that the equipment is very old, as they do not use gas. They just cook these big pots with firewood.
There are basically 4 dishes for each meal. One is rice, a meat dish, and one is a vegetable. And there's a soup. The school lunch is nutritious and rich in protein.
On campus, it's hard to find a fat child, as everyone is lively and healthy. The children here may be poor and they have little contact with fast food and sweet drinks such as those in the West. This does not affect their happiness as they run, jump, and laugh. As long as everyday meals are nutritious, they do not need to ingest fat and sugar. A simple diet is the habit of Vietnamese who only insist that ingredients must be fresh.
他们非常重视
The Vietnamese attach great importance to their health. They think they don't need to eat a lot, but everything has to be fresh.
但是东西一定要新鲜。
Insisting on freshness and health, Vietnamese do not eat leftovers kept overnight, which is also what they demand in urban and rural restaurants. Fruits and vegetables need to be harvested on the same day.
他们都会伴随着
The Vietnamese eat a lot of green vegetables, which causes them to be skinny.
瘦胖的一个这个影响。
Of the more than 20 vegetarian dishes here, most are quickly boiled as few are fried. For a family in Ho Chi Minh City, they can go to an all-you-can-eat vegetarian restaurant for about $1 per person. With less grease and more fruits and vegetables, these are all homemade dishes in Vietnam. We also found that even if it was an all-you-can-eat restaurant, many people don't overeat and carefully choose their ingredients.
For poor people, we often give them the food that we can't sell in the afternoon.
Sharing leftovers is a virtue and cherishing food is a merit. Selling these blemished oranges is something that many people don't seem to mind, as Vietnamese farmers still find buyers.
These small ugly oranges I sell for about 30 US cents are Taiwanese catty, but the better looking oranges are about 80 cents.
Đều rất ngọt, rất ngon.
It might be ugly and the skin is thicker, but it tastes just as good.
Chất lượng như nhau.
A light diet ensures that all Vietnamese families can be healthy at mealtime. Doctors repeatedly tell us we eat too much, as the key to being slim and healthy is consuming less and watching what we eat.